Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Oh my gosh, it's been so long since I've actually sat in front of the camera. But things are going to be changing on my channel, at least for a little while, because there is just so much going on in this world with all these earthquakes and hurricanes, and my gosh, like, I'm saying like too much, with this shooting that happened this past week. This world needs a miracle. This world needs to know about the God in heaven that I know. And that's right, I said God. I don't really talk about my faith much on my channel, but with however things are, I can't afford not to. So I'm sorry if that offends you. If you don't like it, you don't have to watch it. But I'm done filming stuff that I think people want to see, and I'm gonna be filming what's really going on. So yeah, not everyone's gonna like you. Not everyone's gonna like me, and that's okay. So yeah, there's just so much beauty that happens in the breakdown. So I'm really excited for the people that are going to be able to relate to what I'm about to share. Well, let's roll it back to this past summer. This past summer was kind of hard because I was struggling with depression, mostly because I had been giving my heart to someone who didn't know how to take care of it for like a year, and constantly wanting this person to love me back. And in that process, I had broken my own heart because he didn't deserve me. We weren't a good match. So this summer I found myself like depressed a lot, just trying to get over it. So I was desperate for something. So I ended up going to this conference in LA. It was a church conference, and I ended up having a lot of breakthrough moments, and it was really amazing. And one of the things that happened was I prayed and I asked God to increase my faith with mostly my my business, like Gab and Glow, and just wanting to move forward and wanting God to do huge things. And then the very next day I am in the ER, in lots of pain, and yeah, throwing up super bad, side pain, back pain. They couldn't figure out what was wrong with me, and they thought it was maybe my kidneys, but then the kidneys turned out to be okay. So then they sent me home, and a week and a half goes by and I'm still getting sick, and I go back to the doctors and they're like, oh, actually you have kidney stones. And I'm like, what? What? When were you gonna tell me? And they're like, oh, we tried calling you. I'm like, no, you didn't. But anyways, I was more like, this is gonna be so painful. Oh my gosh, how am I gonna get through this? And I got CT scans, and then I ended up going to a urologist, and then they ended up finding a really big stone in my left kidney and then a really huge tumor. And I'm like, wait, I have a stone and a tumor? Doctor appointment after a doctor appointment. And mind you, there was a couple of weeks in between, so I'm just I don't know what's wrong with me, and crying and not understanding why anyone was communicating with me. But I had to trust God. I didn't have any other option. And so they found a large stone, I like to point with this, in my left kidney, and then a large mass / tumor in my right kidney. And then on top of all of that, they found another mass in my pelvic area, and that we're gonna have to wait until part 2. So I'm thinking I'm facing cancer, I'm facing surgery, and gosh, like facing all of this alone, I'm not sure how this is gonna happen. And so what I've realized is God has answered my prayer to increase my faith, because, you know, we can read about, people experiencing God's faithfulness. We can hear about it from like people that we know that have experienced God's faithfulness, but until you have nothing else to lean on but His faithfulness firsthand, you'll never get to experience it. And so as crazy as it's been, and as emotional as it's been, I'm thankful that I'm in this situation. I'm learning to embrace the hard stuff because it's allowing me to see more of who God is. And tomorrow I have my first procedure, and that's to remove my kidney stone, to make sure that it's okay in case my right kidney has to be removed altogether. So to say it's been emotionally draining is an understatement, and hence the reason why I haven't filmed anything in a very long time. But I want to take you guys on this journey with me, because I truly believe that God's gonna do a miracle. He already is. In spite of these really terrible and heartbreaking circumstances, I have never really knew what it meant to experience the peace that passes all understanding until now. So come along this journey with me and help me keep going and keep glowing, because I've had moments where I've lost it, but for the most part, I'm thankful for not losing the joy in the process. And I just hope that this just touches people. That's why I'm sharing it. I don't want the attention. I don't want this to be about me, but I want people to see a miracle. If God's gonna work a miracle, I want to invite you in to see it happen. So stay tuned for part 2 of Beauty in the Breakdown. Bye guys, keep going and keep glowing. Mwah.